Hi everybody, this is Rick Riordan, author of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. I'm here to give you a sneak peek at the fifth and final Percy Jackson book, The Last Olympian, that comes out May 5th, 2009. In this book, all of your questions are answered. You're going to find out what happens to all of your favorite characters. Percy turns 16, and you're going to find out if he really is the kid in the Great Prophecy. But it all starts with a mission that Percy and Beckendorf are taking to stop Luke's ship, the Princess Andromeda, from reaching New York. Here's what happens. It was almost dark by the time we spotted our target. The Princess Andromeda glowed on the horizon, a huge cruise ship lit up yellow and white. From a distance, you'd think it was just a party ship, not the headquarters for the Titan Lord. Then, as you got closer, you might notice the giant figurehead, a dark-haired maiden in a Greek chiton, wrapped in chains, with a look of horror on her face. "Blackjack," I said, "set us down on the lowest stern deck." "Gotcha, boss," he said. "Man, I hate seeing that boat again." Blackjack folded his wings and plummeted toward the boat like a black comet. The wind whistled in my ears. I saw monsters patrolling the upper decks of the ship, Drakenei snake women, hellhounds, giants, and the humanoid seal demons known as Telkeens. But we zipped by so fast, none of them raised the alarm. We shot down the stern of the boat, and Blackjack spread his wings, lightly coming to a landing on the lowest deck. "Good luck, boss," Blackjack said. "Don't let him turn you into horse meat." With that, my old friend flew off into the night. I took my pen out of my pocket and uncapped it, and Riptide sprang to life, 3 feet of deadly celestial bronze. Beckendorf pulled a piece of paper out of his pocket. I thought it was a map or something. Then I realized it was a photograph. He stared at it in the dim light, the smiling face of Selena Beauregard, daughter of Aphrodite. They'd started going out last summer, after years of the rest of us saying, "Duh, you guys like each other." "We'll make it back to camp," I promised. For a second, I thought I saw worry in his eyes. Then he put on his old confident smile. "You bet," he said. "Let's go blow Kronos back into a million pieces." Beckendorf led the way. We followed a narrow corridor to a service stairwell, but we froze when we heard noises above us. "I don't care what your nose says," snarled a half-human, half-dog voice, a Telkeen. "The last time you smelled half-blood, it turned out to be a meatloaf sandwich." "Meatloaf sandwiches are good," a second voice said. "But this is half-blood scent, I swear. They're on board." "Bah, your brain isn't on board." They continued to argue, and Beckendorf pointed downstairs. We descended as quietly as we could. 2 floors down, the voices of the Telkeens started to fade. Finally, we came to a metal hatch. Beckendorf mouthed the words, "Engine room." It was locked, but Beckendorf pulled some chain cutters out of his bag and split the bolt like it was made of butter. Inside, a row of yellow turbines the size of grain silos churned and hummed. Pressure gauges and computer terminals lined the opposite walls. A Telkeen was hunched over the console, but he was so involved in his work he didn't notice us. He was about 5 feet tall, with slick black seal fur and stubby little feet. He had the head of a Doberman, but his clawed hands were almost human. He growled and muttered as he tapped on his keyboard. Maybe he was messaging his friends on uglyface.com. I stepped forward and he tensed, probably smelling that something was wrong. He leaped sideways toward a big red alarm button, but I blocked his path. One slice of Riptide, and he exploded into dust. "One down," Beckendorf said. "About 5,000 to go." He tossed me a jar of thick green liquid, Greek fire, one of the most dangerous magical substances in the world. And then he threw me another essential tool of demigod heroes, duct tape. "Slap that one on the console," he said. "I'll get the turbines." We went to work. The room was hot and humid, and in no time we were drenched in sweat. I had just attached a second jar of Greek fire to the control panels when I heard the pounding of feet on metal steps. So many creatures coming down the stairwell that I could hear them over the engines. Not a good sign. I locked eyes with Beckendorf. "How much longer?" "Too long." He tapped his watch, which was our remote-controlled detonator. "I still have to wire the receiver and prime the charges. 10 more minutes at least." Judging from the sound of the footsteps, we had about 10 seconds. "I'll distract them," I said. "I'll meet you at the rendezvous point." "Percy, wish me luck." He looked like he wanted to argue. The whole idea had been to get in and out without getting spotted, but we were going to have to improvise. "Good luck," he said, and I charged out the door. That's a look at The Last Olympian. I hope you guys enjoy the book when it comes out on May 5th.